Thank you for coming this morning. We're excited to be on the floor today. We have a whole host of great bills that we think are good for Wisconsin to keep moving Wisconsin forward. So we're going to have three senators sort of highlight some of the bills that are going to be on the floor, and then I'll be back up here for questions at the end. So I will turn the mic over to Senator Tomczyk to talk about one of his bills that is on the floor today.
Thank you, sir. Today we're going to vote on SB 22, which is a bill that makes it easier for parents to pay attention and understand what school districts are teaching their kids. Requires the school districts to respond to written requests to inspect the curriculum that they're providing to their children. Should be a simple bill. Shouldn't really need this bill, but apparently there are some school districts that make it difficult. So we're happy to provide this help to the parents of Wisconsin and help them know what's going on in their schools. Rachel.
Thank you very much. I have two amazing bills out today on the floor that we have been working very, very hard on. The first one, SB 29, wireless communication devices ban in school. When we look at the stats, 97% of kids in schools today will utilize their cell phone at least once during a school day. Marquette poll came out, 89% of Wisconsinites support banning cell phone use during classroom time, during instructional time. These are devices that are taking away from our kids' learning, and folks are asking us to do something about it. In essence, this bill requires school boards to put a policy in place that will restrict cell phone use during instructional time, but with the understanding that if the teacher okays it, the students can use their cell phone for educational purposes. So they might have a particular app or a program that needs to be utilized on a phone. The students can then be able to utilize their cellular devices or wireless devices of one type or another. The second bill that we've been working on now for 5 years, SB 284, the dense breast tissue bill. So this bill in particular is very important to me. So when I was elected as the representative of the 55th Assembly District, the very first constituent that came and met with me, her name was Gail Zemer. Unfortunately, Gail has now passed away from breast cancer, but this bill continues to be fought here in Wisconsin. In essence, what this bill does is require insurance companies to allow a secondary screening for women that have dense breasts. So when women go in for a mammogram, they are screened, but that only works effectively for 60% of the women here in Wisconsin. 40% of the women in Wisconsin have dense breasts. So when you go in and get a mammogram, you might think, well, I've been screened. It came back negative. I don't have breast cancer. And you might think that's a sigh of relief. But in all actuality, if you're one of those 40%, you do need a secondary screening to be truly covered to determine if you do not have breast cancer. This bill allows for a secondary screening after that mammogram for ultrasound, an MRI, or other 3D imaging to be allowed to truly screen you for breast cancer. So in memory of Gail, who has passed, as well as all the other women that have been affected by breast cancer, living as well as deceased, this bill is a true testament that we can work together here in this Capitol building and get things done because it's right for the women of Wisconsin. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, the Senate will vote on SB 407, the legislation needed to provide Rogers Behavioral Health the $10 million the legislature already set aside in the state budget. This is a momentous occasion for us in the Chippewa Valley. This bill is no less than the most significant win for mental health in the Chippewa Valley ever, and our state for that matter. This is a major investment in our state's mental health infrastructure in the area that we need it most. In the Chippewa Valley, we have a huge desert. All of western Wisconsin desperately needs facilities after the closing of Sacred Heart Hospital in St. Joseph's, part of the HSHS system. We've lost mental health beds due to those closures, including our youth inpatient beds. Rogers will be bringing that back. They have proven framework that will provide evidence-based care to the community that desperately needs it. We are all moving quickly on this and hope to have the facility open by 2027, early 2027. So We're happy that we have reached a bipartisan consensus on this legislation, and I will continue fighting for our youth back at home and in everything that I do. So I'll turn it back over to Senate Majority Leader Devin. Let me know.
So as you can see, we have some very important bills, and those are just a few that we highlighted, but a lot of great bills on the calendar.